it's time for more Counter-Strike. It never ends. It never stops. It won't stop because it's awesome. And we're here. We're ready for some Dust 2. It's the first Dust 2 of the day, James, between these two teams. You should unmute your mic.
I should, yes. It is the first and last Dust 2 of the day between CLG and Luminosity. Now, I did say I was looking forward to seeing CLG play, to see how they have progressed as a team. I'm quite interested in their strategy, mainly on the map after this one, which is Overpass, than this one itself. But, I mean, they could still show us something surprising on this particular map as well. And again, CLG are like team variables, you know, with Cutler AWPing here and there, and all the other stuff that's going on, hazing, game leading. It's just there's lots of things happening with this team.
I mean, Ethan showed some promise as well, I got to say. But generally, it's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit awkward so far.
Yeah, there's lots going on. I mean, you could say there was lots of controversy or controversy, whichever you prefer, around Subroza. But like, to be honest with you, all the stuff I haven't made an effort to really look at anything. But what stuff that people have been discussing, I've looked at stuff, and I wouldn't say there's anything that I thought was particularly dodgy. I mean, the way he was trying to like shoot 2 bots with 2 bullets. I mean, it's quite clear what he's trying to do there. And yeah, it's weird because no one else tries to do that. But I mean, so what? That doesn't really. I'm not saying that he's not or isn't doing anything, but I think the scaremongering is, as per usual, over the top.
There's no evidence beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
So, whatever. I don't care, James.
Me neither.
I don't give a damn. Personally, so I just want to cast, and here we go. Looks like my wishes are going to be.
What are you going to cast? You're going to cast a spell.
Cast what?
You're going to cast a spell. You said you wanted to cast.
A spell. Oh, right. Oh my god. Anyway, another Wizards, but perhaps PKL is. A couple kills coming in from him. SHOOWTiME in there as well. Luminosity off to a pretty good start. They're just walking in like lemmings, and they are all walking off the cliff at the moment. Not a good time is being had, and it looks like koosta is going to get shut down, as is all of CLG. That was a funny old pistol round.
Yeah, that was pretty straightforward. A pretty straightforward pistol round.
Here we go. Bop. And boop. They got booped. They got boops. So, Deagles. Oh, I like this. 4D. I really I like this. Oh, yes, that's why. That is why I like this. Deagles on this map with no Kevlar, I think that's a great way to play this, because with the Kevlar, I mean, you don't get a huge amount of value out of it if you're buying a Deagle, because Deagle is kind of like, you can kind of treat it like an AWP, where you're going to go for a peek and you take a shot. The idea is that you don't get shot first, that you're able to get the angle, you pull off a shot. If your first bullet or second bullet doesn't connect, you're probably never winning that fight with Kevlar anyway, with the Deagle. So this way, they might be able to get a couple picks, and so far so good. SHZ is down. Who else is to fall? Hayes spots another one towards long. This is good. It's good information.
I like the patience. I respect the patience.
Ooh, I saw it, James. I saw it happening, but it didn't happen. That was close.
2 CTs towards long may make this difficult for the CTs.
Oh, man.
Well, maybe not, because Ethan with the Deagle. And now we have Destiny running towards long, just trying to keep hold of it, while the rest of the CTs come in for the rotation, presumably through short. They'll try and split, and CLG are pushing it. No Kevlar required. Oh, they've got all kinds of setups now. 2 people pushing at the same time. Man, the Deagles are real, just meat shots everywhere. Destiny's like, They haven't got a single kill. They've barely touched any of these players, Dan. They've got no armor. They've got no armor, and hardly any of them are touched.
That's the thing. Like, if you play the Deagle in this style, it's if you connect the first shot, well, it's often going to be very hard to trade, much like an AWP. Hard to trade. You peek out, you take the shot, you peek back, and that's it. Wow, 4 players live. Picked up a scout, and then 4 UMP, an MP9. That is a good shout. Those 4 Deagles, and they didn't spend everything. Like I said, they didn't need to spend everything. They have money in the bank. on top of winning the round, on top of the kills that they made with the Eagles, and yeah, it's, oh man, look at this buy. It's beautiful here for CLG.
That utility though.
Yeah. Hopefully they have a good anti-force buy round though. I do not want to see them throw away this advantage with a terrible anti-force buy round where they're all splitting up, playing for picks, all that kind of business. The two common rounds, you know, you hit B hard and fast, or the other one is you take long and then you just go onto the A-bomb site. It's very hard with the correct grenades for the CTs to do anything on the long one specifically. B can be a bit random, but yeah.
Well, let's see what CLG opt to do. Venturing through the middle doors, maybe. Just seeing what Luminosity are up to. But this is a situation where you start to worry because nothing has happened for quite a long time. And when you get to that 40-second mark, and there are no kills and no significant map control, you're like... the CLG will leave themselves in a position where they have to scramble towards the site. Heading towards A now, we see there's a two-man setup from Luminosity on the site with a player in Goose. And that now, look, this is what we worry about. 45 seconds on the clock, CLG have done nothing.
Yeah, and Catwalk's okay, but I still think it's you can still have problems here. By the way, Destiny gets flashed in, and they, as you said, they're giving a lot of time for plays to be made. Destiny makes a massive play. 3 players down off of 1 flash. Oh man, CLG have left it way too late, and they are just getting wrecked, James. This is awful.
Why aren't they doing anything? Why? Why does this still happen? Why?
This is like one of the reasons why fast B or fast long, one of the reasons why it's so good is because you give less time in the round for the other team to do stuff. They get less time to figure stuff out and get reposition. They get less time to set up plays, and you hit them first. That's an advantage you have as being the T side. 35 seconds left. Information play turns into 3 kills.
It's like they have no plan. It's like they have no plan.
Well, the other thing as well there is that you have to question is in an anti-force buy situation, they have a guy holding the upper dark and a guy holding long doors. Of course, if there is a push and they're able to pick up a player, that makes the decision for them about where they go in the round. But you kind of want to be able to have those rounds where you can play blindly. Say, we're going to go to this site or that site. We don't want to rely on one guy getting, you know, a pick on an aggressive play. Because if the aggressive play doesn't happen, James, that is the round we see. Well,
we've seen that all too many times from old CLG.
Yeah.
You know, all too many times.
They have generally been a bit better about it, I got to say, in recent times. But yeah, that was definitely a very bad example. Oh, sorry, a very good example of one of those rounds. But the thing is, if you look at what went right for Luminosity, it did go very right. Like, I mean, 3K off of the M4, off of a pop flash. That's pretty nuts, to be honest. You're not going to see that very often, but still.
They just don't leave themselves with enough time. A smoke goes down. And it's like, what are you going to do now? You're going to wait for the smoke? That's what they were doing. They were waiting for the smoke.
And you can see CLG here as well. They haven't, I don't think, gotten solid map control more or less anywhere just yet. Late play, kind of blind B split coming in. This is actually going to work out perfectly because Luminosity have committed to a guy on Goose. The 2-3 setup means the B split is optimal, and in they go for the split. But the flashes come in. They're doing great work here with the flashbangs, Luminosity, and they pick up all the kills. 3 versus 3 here, able to get time for the rotation. And let's not forget, it's a massive rotation, but by the time the bomb's gone down, Luminosity are actually in position to set up a retake. So this is actually very on here for Luminosity. They've done a good job.
Indeed it is. Subroza, UMP, no armor. 2 players going into tunnels for the CT side. Ethan holding an angle on tunnels while Subroza is looking towards door and window. Ethan needs to deliver, looking back and forth here. And now Subroza, again, no Kevlar. UMP, going to be about damage at this point, but he can't get anything else done. So the force buy won't work out for CLG. Not the start they wanted, not the start they should have. But the start they gave themselves.
Yeah, it's a weird situation to be in, or an unfortunate one. Or actually, not an unfortunate one. Is it unfortunate
because they've done it?
Yeah.
I mean, how many times?
It's a situation. I'm gonna leave it at that. It's a situation without description. So back to the Eagles. This time, only 2 of them. A couple P250s to back it up. And Luminosity are a team that have shown us a good awareness of the overall strategical side of the game and you know, how to play advantages, how to create opportunities as the T side and so on. So I'm curious to see how they are playing against CLG here. So far, so good for them. And we get the run onto this A bomb site. Oh, again, the Deagles are good here. Ethan nails Yell. He's out of the picture. And the bomb can be planted. AK picked up. koosta has been gifted the AK.
This time the CTs have got 2 players in long and maybe conditioned not to go towards short because of the last attempt. They'll have 2 players moving up the ramp, and now those long players are charging through as well. This should be a fine retake for the CTs. They've just got too much in their favor. Ethan is delivering with this Deagle. Why is it looking so easy for him? He's gone down to the low ground, and hazed still hasn't shown his position just yet, popping out now, and he can hide behind the smoke, Dan. They're going to win a round. They're going to win a round, Dan.
Oh, it's happening, isn't it? I can't believe this. Again, it's happened. It's again credit to CLG because they're able to, you know, put in the individual performance to do this. And also, like, it's so difficult when you're up against a Deagle. Sometimes it just doesn't matter. Like, the situation doesn't matter. You're going to die to the Deagle, and there's nothing you can do. It's the first bullet, peeks out, hits you in the face. There's just nothing you can do.
Look at this one, though.
Bosh. Yeah, that's pretty decisive. And CLG, they've been given another chance, James. They've been given another chance, but this time Luminosity have guns to fight back with because they had some money in the bank.
So a relatively normal default coming out from CLG. hazed behind a pillar in the B tunnel area. In case there's any pop flash push, he will be best equipped to deal with it. Subroza holding on to the long area for his side. And we've got Cutler and Ethan moving through the middle box, the middle doors, sorry. Again, Destiny is wallbangable. Man, they're doing great work with these flashbangs. Luminosity have all the flashes in the world ready for these flash picks. They're making such great use of them. Subroza picks a player off towards long, and he'll get out of there. Should be seen moving away on the def cam. That's going to cause Destiny to move up the ramp area while Yell holds down long. So 2 onto each site now. Will we see a push from the CTs because they are lacking information in a number of areas?
Yes, I like how LG are playing this again. You know, just holding that long position down. It's nice. Although that said, we actually have Yell. He's going to be making his way up with the orb. If he gets this shot, oh, that would have been huge. If he picks off hazed there, that would have been massive. But now they know, they've confirmed the play, rotation can come in. But because they're holding long, it denies long from the Ts. The Ts have to commit to short. Luminosity know this because of their positioning. And now what happens is Luminosity can play with the short and long retake instead of having to shuffle everyone through short. And they've left one guy, the AWPer, on long. This is a beautiful retake setup coming in from Luminosity. They're doing it right. Just want to get the kills now. And there's the trade, looking really good. I love how this has worked out for Luminosity. It's just koosta left. I mean, he can definitely do this. First flick shot missed. Oh, great no scope comes in though from koosta. Just Destiny left. Oh, misses the shot. Oh my God, Destiny just going for it, man. He's just, so I don't care that you're standing there. Who are you? Who are you? I'm going to defuse this bomb right now.
I'm faking. I'm faking.
Oh man.
This first snap was very nice by koosta. Very nice stuff indeed.
I thought he missed that one even. So, oh wow. I messed it up, James. I messed it up. Like, Destiny just doesn't care. That's hilarious. They've done it. CLG, they've done it. They forced LG to an eco.
So CLG have gone for a more aggressive anti-eco on this occasion, but it's a bit weird. And there may be an AK to be collected now. And I think this might be the wrong approach from the Ts. The nade would have taken the AK away, but it was too slow, unfortunately. I mean, at this point, I think CLG need to give that up. They can't focus on that for the rest of the rounds. It's gone now. It's gone. And they've got no vision towards the B bomb site. It's a good flashbang though, and koosta, of course, will be the one to take the players down. Subroza cutting off the rotation, but the AK coming back into use now. 3 versus 2 situation. That bomb needs to go down fast. Got a player in the smoke, maybe trying to make his way through when the bomb goes down, but he will go down. So this is, if it's a successful anti-eco round from CLG, then it's definitely going to be a better one. Destiny was spending too much time deciding what he wanted to do, and CLG took the decision out of his hands. So they've learned their lesson, it seems.
Well, I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
I mean, within the vacuum of this game, at least. They'll have to learn it again and again, perhaps.
They won a round. I believe nothing, Jay. I believe nothing.
No long-term learning has been done.
No. Anyway, onto a more positive note. Not sure what one would be, so never mind. Right now, CLG moving into the upper dark area, and it's nice to see sometimes if you mix up in your default, where you take the risk and you say, okay, we're going to abandon long completely. It's very rare that CTs will push that, but then you go for like 4 guys sitting in upper dark. And what is awesome to deal with is if the Luminosity, for example, are thinking to do an early push in dark, you just crush it and you win the round. However, they just decide to just go into the site. Oh, that's a good defense from PKL mostly. Able to almost take down Subroza as well as the first frag, but his teammates unable to do much here, unfortunately for them. This was a very, very good round in the end for CLG, the kind of round that they picked against the defense of LG. Oh, no. He's dead. He's dead, James. He's dead, Jim.
See if Yol can hold on to what he has at the moment. This will be the 4th round in a row for CLG. That loss bonus continuing to grow for the Luminosity side. SHZ with just the one kill at the moment. Not having a great time of things. And there goes the AWP as well. So a wipeout for the Luminosity side. Still early days though, 5-3. Just of course will be an eco round for them.
It's kind of the funny thing here is always CLG and Luminosity, because I feel like CLG is definitely the team with more individual skill. Might be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure. But at the same time, I feel like they're the team that will make more Counter-Strike mistakes. I feel like Luminosity play better Counter-Strike from the stuff that I've seen, or they have a better approach.
Well, they're playing just super basic pop, flash, and peek.
Well, they have a better understanding how to set up. Again, like we saw, a very well done understanding of what spaces to give up, how that sets them up later in the round. And for example, on Overpass, for example, if you watch them, you can see a lot of more elaborate stuff when it comes to strategy or tactics, and they try to play their advantages as properly as they can. We'll have to see how their anti-eco game is to truly assess the basics, but. Look at, oh, this is quite cool as well. Flash goes in, rush up mid at 1 minute, and they get 3 kills from it. That's kind of amazing, James.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're lining up though, and they're getting knocked down like bowling pins. But that was good damage on this map of all maps. It's so hard to do stuff like that as the CTs.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it's not often you see such success on Force by and Eco rounds on the CT side of Dust 2, that is for sure. 2 versus 1. Yell has himself P250, making a lot of noise. And perhaps that noise is pushing CLG into another direction. If he times this well, he could do yet more damage. Ooh, players getting peppered. But damage has been done. 6-3 in favor of CLG now. And we're going to have Luminosity back on the bye at maximum loss bonus. Double AWPs coming out immediately for the CT side. Where did these 3 kills even come from? There's Koosta, there's Cutler, and there's Ethan. Well, I guess that's my answer.
And double up now for Luminosity, spending all the monies. They can't have anything left in the bank after this buy. That is a big buy. Will it make the difference for them? Again, CLG, a team that can, I think, do quite well at getting openings with winning those one-on-ones. But they're waiting patiently. There's a very big spread here from Luminosity. They're playing the 2-1-2 setup here, which is definitely is better to deal with B splits, but weaker towards A splits. So if you can get the info to see this setup as a tease, you definitely want to go A. Now, Ethan's going to be moving his way up catwalk now around the 1 minute mark. And so far they haven't tested the double doors or the if there's any player behind the double doors or anyone close in CT spawn. Because if you see somebody playing CT spawn, you know it's this setup. You know it's the 2-1-2, and it does encourage you to make that move towards A. It's a good bit of info to have. CLG, though, currently without really any info. They've given up long completely as well. Now, is the play here to go back to B, actually? Because they've left someone in upper dark for the time being. and they don't have anyone on long. So it kind of suggests that they might want to actually finish on B.
But there's 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
So surely the clock will dictate that the A bomb site is the play. 20 seconds left as they continue their approach. Flashing the player away from the long. Oh, nice save there. So far, so good. SHZ going to trade one back, but can he stop the bomb from getting planted on the site? Two-man rotation from B is being waited for by hazed, and it seems they may go for the save, but SHZ, how long will he wait in the pit? He'll need to escape, because we've got players moving towards shorts. And now, I do wonder what angle hazed is looking at. Okay, we'll just stay with SHZ. Oh, hazed has moved away from lower tunnel, actually, where these two CTs were going.
Yeah, this is a round that I'd like to see again at some point, just because the setup that Luminosity had should be pretty good to deal with the A's, but the A pushes. But the problem is, I think CLG just generally going to outshoot them, and I think that has been generally what we've been seeing so far in this matchup. Either way, Luminosity still have, of course, the guns that have been saved, which allows them to have a strong round here for the buy. AWP still featuring on Yell. So, with that in mind, is he going to change his approach, or will he just be sort of a static long/car kind of AWPer? Will we see some handy aggression, as you would see from the likes of Chris J, for example, a fantastic Dust 2 AWP player? Very basic stuff so far from Luminosity. No aggressions on Catwalk, for example, or anything like that.
I wonder if this half smoke is deliberate, because it's not hard to smoke short properly, but with a smoke like that, you can't really hold any angles towards the site as a T unless you're more exposed to the site from a deeper, more exposed angle. So I do wonder if it's deliberately meant to make things awkward for their opponent. Smokes in the middle area now, smokes in CT spawn to suggest we got the boost coming in, and Koosta goes down for free, bomb spotted as well. A pick in favor of Luminosity. They'll move that third player back towards the A site. That'll force CLG's hand.
Yeah, Yell in position here. First shot connected, that's great stuff. The Molotov is deep enough to stop him hugging the headshot angle. He'll have to expose himself a little bit more if he wants to get shots off Will Yell, but he's already done some damage here, and the players are being lost right now for the CLG side. Just a very weak Subroza and hazed left. Although that said, they do manage to finish off the rest of the defenders, leaving the remainder of Luminosity in SHOOWTiME and PKL to come in for the retake. And they're actually both coming in from long. Might be quite unexpected. Will they catch somebody? Yeah, Subroza caught completely unawares. Information gathered though. Now hazed knows. Plays around the smoke, gets spotted and eliminated. Great stuff there from the retakers in SHOOWTiME and PKL. As they search for the guns, they go for the loots, go for the booty on that's been left around the bomb site before they close down the defuse.
Yeah, this is not worst case scenario for CLG though, because Luminosity were at maximum loss bonus for a little while, and there's enough money in CLG to go back in for the buy, so they can reset the economy if they can win this round and maybe pull a 10-4, 11-4 situation out of the bag, which I'm sure they'll be quite happy with. So let's see what they do. If they were to lose this though, they would be out of money themselves, and Luminosity could mount a comeback towards 7-6, 7-7. A slow start from CLG, putting somebody outside long once again. They may start to emerge up short once the smoke goes down on Xbox. They've got a player in lower tunnel as well. And there comes the smoke on the Xbox from hazed in lower tunnel. We've got Yell with an angle towards shorts.
This is as aggressive as we've seen him, or anyone from LG with the AWP so far. Which is an interesting feature, because, again, being able to have an AWPer that can play aggressively is pretty important these days. I guess generally it's quite an important factor in your ability to have early run advantages. So that's not going to be the case. No early run advantage here. But we get the drop through the smoke into CT. Destiny expects it, picks up the kill. Ethan comes in now, looking for that CT that is surely quite low. But they've lost another player to SHOOWTiME here. They can't seem to get in anywhere. This game picked off. A long push comes in from top mid, and problems all over the place.
Yeah, 2 players remain for the T side. Only 1 towards A and 2 in deep towards B. Hot flash comes out, spots Yell. Yell comes up for the peek, gets tagged, but he cannot escape. Down he goes, 2 versus 2 retake. And we've got PKL moving pretty quickly. SHOOWTiME catching up behind him. Ethan having a look, seeing if anybody's on the low grounds. He's making his way towards the long. Will he peek though? Because PKL charging through. May not expect Ethan there, but he's good for it. Now it's koosta again in a clutch situation.
Yeah, he's got the AWP as well, and he knows one at least is from long, and that affects his positioning, and that means he's not really in the ideal spot to defend that, because he's worried about, he's got to stay in a position where he can be covered from short, and that's really the big problem there for koosta, and you can see he couldn't even hit the first shot. And I was worried right there for Luminosity, because you saw Yell in this position where 2 players are running from catwalk onto the bomb site, and he doesn't get his connections there, so I wondered if that would have been enough damage done to lose the round for Luminosity, but indeed it will be claimed there.
koosta's position right here is a pretty good position if you have a smoke on the corner of the site, although if he put it there himself, it'll be maybe a bit obvious. But it really obscures your position behind that box. Obviously, being flashed doesn't help.
I hate it when people do that.
Yeah,
it's so
really
annoying.
Yeah, because you never check there. But we've got a fast play into the B bomb site, but SHOOWTiME looking to shut things down. Oh, he got wrecked. But it's koosta versus 4. He's heavily tagged as well. Oh, he has opportunity now. I can't imagine these CTs will continue to stream into the site one by one. But as long as he doesn't plant the bomb, they have more time to position themselves around the site. And if that smoke disappears as well before he plants, he might be in even more trouble.
But the thing is that in his mind, he can never plant this bomb. As soon as he plants the bomb, he dies, because that's when the CTs move in, as far as he's concerned. So he's going to go for the info to check, and he's going to be very confused right now. How on earth am I in a situation where there's not a single CT outside? And that's how. That's actually an awesome position to take. That's actually a really cool move by Luminosity there. Very interesting stuff. 6-7, they're bringing things back a little bit. And they may even still be able to win the half. We've got a Tech 9 buy coming in from CLG. No, well, cover on just 1 player. A couple smokes. Perhaps, I mean, I think one of the great plays here, if you want to get a better buy, is actually the short play. Get up on short, get the short plant. We'll have to see if they're going to go for that. They have 2 smokes. They can do a wall of smokes on the site to somewhat guarantee that. Also flash off the AWP on car as well. Or smoke him off, their choice, and it looks like that's what they're going to go for.
Four-man on the road. Waiting for a certain time on the clock. The time is here. It's 1:15. It's time to push. Do they have another flash for the platform? Subroza's still got 1 in his hands. 1 in the hole, rather. And he is dead. But can the bomb make it onto the site? There goes Ethan as well, and the bomb is on the floor somehow. How did it get there?
Because the guy with the bomb dropped down with the rest of his teammates into CT, which is a bit weird. Well, yeah. And so now it's just stuck. That's actually really awkward now. That's really awkward that it's stuck there. They're not going to get the plant, are they? Oh, no.
Hazed had to just go for it, man. He had to simply go for it.
Cutler's got this. 1 versus 5 with the Deagle, 30 seconds, no problem. Okay, maybe there's a few problems, maybe. But yeah, the guy with the bomb, I think like 3 or 4 of them dropped into CT, and the guy with the bomb was one of them, which is a bit strange, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be a mistake, surely.
Yeah, maybe someone threw it to him and he didn't realize.
Oh well, 7-7. CLG still have a buy. No AWP, but that aside, they still have a buy, so it's not the absolute end of the world. Hazed and co deploying grenades into the long area. But they're going to leave koosta there in the pit and exits. Cutler's there as well for the time being. And we have a forward position on short in response to this. 2 men on short. Subroza is in the lower tunnel area. PKL popping through. Subroza looking the wrong way, maybe trying to avoid a flashbang. He'll get traded. What else can the T's do in this situation? creeping up long slowly are two of these CLG players. Maybe having a read that there's a deep play from short. You can smoke short from long as well, which might make things super awkward here for Luminosity if you know how to do it. But there we go, CLG pushing towards A.
Pushing towards A. The Yorp is trained on the position. Oh my god, not for too long though. Ethan makes sure of that one. Good stuff with the AK. This is a strong entrance onto the A bomb site here. CLG are a shoo-in for this round at this point. SHOOWTiME as an AWP. But, and even though there's no grenades left, there's just so many players here. There is the first frag and the second one. 8 to 7 half there. CLG, once again, able to bully their way into a lot of awesome situations because I would say they have some better firepower, I think. Overall, I would say. I don't know if you're with me on that one, but...
Well, we'll see by the end of Dust 2.
Yes, that's a good... It's a better time to make the assessment.
I mean, form aside, because form can be a factor. Pistol round number 2. Hazed with the utility. Rest of the team on Kevlar. It's a good duel for koosta to take, although it wouldn't be a one-shot kill for either person from that distance, at least not with those... Oh, actually, I think you had a Deagle, so it would be for him, obviously. But not for the USP. USP's one-shot range is around 1,500 units, whereas the Deagle is a hell of a lot more beyond the length, the maximum length of any map in the game at the moment, I think. At least in the active duty pool.
It is very satisfying when you get the double dink from that position on the tee. You just pop him in the head twice.
I haven't done that before, but I have shot somebody with an AK while they were running past, which is very satisfying, even though it's completely random.
It's like the play is boiling right now, and it's about to spill over into that B-bomb site. They're ready to go. Because it's going to find himself PKLs. Pusta's all over the place. They're just trying to work out what is going on right now. I see one player. Where are the rest? That's a very nice surprise, very nasty surprise for Hazed. Spots every player, spots the bomb going across. There goes a call. 3 CTs are running quickly through the upper dark area now, though, to come in for the retake.
Destiny outnumbered. Can he get around the corner? He can indeed, and the T's are getting the kills here. Man advantage at the moment. Subroza trying to even that up. Cutler, oh, he peeks through nicely, but doesn't get the kill. City Buggers now running through the window while another player runs through the door. Can he get the final kill? He can. The pistol goes to CLG, 9 to 7. Off to a good start, but will they fall to pistols in the second round?
Honestly, probably yes. Probably. Let's be honest. Let's not rule it out.
Well, they got the plant. Did LG, so maybe they don't go for the force buy. I'd say they probably don't go for the force buy.
Yeah, I thought they shouldn't. Not on Dust 2. The AK advantage is so good. I think it's much more consistent, that advantage. And they're more likely to, I can go into the details later. I like this though. This is often the most successful play. If you want to boost up your economy, charge onto the short plant. They don't have a single flash or smoke, and there are 2 players to deal with. It will be tough, but you never know. Oh, they're going for run boost as well. I love this. Oh, double run boost, James.
Oh,
double
hello.
Run boost. It was glorious.
He got them a little bit far. Ethan should clean up. He should disable any plant from being possible, and indeed he will. Good positioning by CLG. Position themselves well for any shenanigans, and such shenanigans were firmly shut down, denied, stopped. Blah, 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 blah. Right then, the AKs are out, and they've got the utility as well. I would have liked maybe one or 2 smokes in that round. I think would have been nice. You could have gone for the old school smoke on top of ramp, and maybe one between the short box and Goose. Maybe you could still get sprayed through the smoke, but I think it's a worthy investment to help secure a bomb plant, which will give you more money and more utility in this round. You can see Ethan getting boosted in the middle area. He can be shot with an AK straight in the face from that position. Can absolutely be shot with an AK. That Molotov, I want to say, will take out the blind spot to the left of the doors if you're facing it as a T. If you're moving up short as well, that will be helpful, as they are. Cutler here to try and hold things down on the A site. Subroza alone towards long. So they've got a numbers game going in their favour, do LG, with Ethan boosted in CT spawn. But will it work for them?
Will it work? Will it blend? Will it blend? It always blends, James. That's what I learned. It always blends. Now, Cutler's going to be in for quite a predicament. Of course, he does have Subroza to lock down long, but the play won't come in from long, actually. Got repositioning from SHOOWTiME to top mid from long, as the guy cutting off with lurkers or rotators even, and the play into the A-bomb site will be engaged, and that's going to be a pretty good situation, I have to say, for CLG. Even though the bomb goes down, they've got Cutler in position here to pressure the site. He's got help as well. Koosta even picks off the lurker cutting, who was supposed to cut off rotation. This was really smooth.
I think if you're wondering what the smoke SHOOWTiME threw off the box was, it's a similar smoke to one I've made a video of Shox throwing, which is normally, if I'm not mistaken, to smoke off an angle that AWPers will hold. But there wasn't going to be an AWP in this particular run, but I suppose you could hold it with a rifle as well. It didn't bounce properly off the those walls though. Those, like, I don't even know what those things are called. They put them up during wars and stuff, but yeah, it didn't bounce properly off that, so it was supposed to go a bit further than it did. But yeah, LG seem well equipped to execute on the T side. Well, they did until they ran out of money, guns, and utility. Now they're down to the pistols and a flashbang here and there.
Creeping up short. It is the place to take your eco. Do you have an eco? Why not go short for all your eco needs?
They have a smoke this time, but will they put it on top of the platform, or will they throw it over towards the site? I mean, they've got 4 flashbangs, so is that going towards the top of the ramp? See if he moves forward with it. Otherwise, it might be going towards just the general lower area. Okay, well, all the flashbangs are out. Ethan is getting grenades out. Maybe he wants to keep his rifle out. Will the bomb get planted?
He made his life so impossibly difficult. That's like an optimal grenade for the T's to throw. Basically takes him out of the most important position. The headshot spot there onto the bomb site. Doesn't matter really in the end, but the bomb does get planted. Maybe a situation that could have been avoidable, but that's what LG were playing for. They didn't care about too much else other than the bomb plant, and that's what they got. Now the next round where they are able to go for the buy, it's going to look a lot better for them. So yeah, I mean 6K all around, they can get anything they possibly could hope to get.
They need rounds then, that's what they need.
That's
what they want to get.
That's the only thing they can't buy with money, James. Some things money doesn't buy.
5-round lead for CLG. Got another boost coming. They actually failed the boost in CT spawn, but they succeeded on the second attempt. Cutler with the AWP over towards B. Support from hazed. Will they go for a push? They will. PKL is not going to be ready for it. Shot straight in the head. That is a slow peek from the AWP as well. Scoped in. That's not a fast peek. Not a fast peek at all.
Yeah, and he was much closer to the angle as well. So in theory, he should show first. In that situation, he should have the disadvantage on the peak as well from that perspective. The person who's further away has the advantage on the vision of when the peeker appears.
I thought you said on division.
On division.
Long division?
Oh man, long division. That's fun. Okay, so we've got the double doors entry coming in. Yes, please. Oh, no, Koosta. No. No, he let go of the crouch button, James. Maybe his pinky got tired or whatever the finger he uses for that, but that was going to cost him his life. And now the push comes into a problems here.
Yeah, that's a learning process for Koosta. Subroza and Ethan around the corner of long, trying to do what they can. Subroza, though, will get traded after 1 frag, 2 versus 3. Still doable for CLG. They're not in ideal positions, though. The AWP is dropped for a rifle. They can boost, but I would say they shouldn't boost on the corner. They should boost on the wall where Cutler is standing instead. They should boost him up. Not going to do it, though. He's going to creep out, and there is a gap in the defenses here. Luminosity not ready for this. hazed was close to the head there, but not close enough, not fast enough. Luminosity get another round. I don't know what that player on Goose was looking at, but it wasn't where he was supposed to be.
Looking into the skies. Maybe the rugs, James.
He was all over the place.
Loving the rugs. I haven't seen someone hit that shot for a while. I haven't seen too much Dust 2 lately, I gotta say. I suppose that's probably the reason.
Well, North America, it's all about train.
Yeah, and we've had so much nuke. Train and nuke.
Yeah.
What about the classics? Well, I guess both of those are classics as well. They're all classics.
They were once upon a time. But maybe people are all picking nuke while they feel like they have edges against other teams. And we will maybe see those edges disappear.
They just want to annoy people. That's probably it. We want to annoy the other team.
Maybe
we're going to choose nuke.
So now Cutler, he was on B with the AWP last round, and now he's over towards short with the AWP. And he's going to avoid the flashbang and go back for the peak, but lose. And I do wonder if he's just the CT AWPer now instead of koosta, like all over Dust 2, because he's playing both sides of it, which is interesting. Don't know what you think about that. Maybe koosta's better being an aggressive AWPer, who knows? But now it's koosta going for a creep, a peek towards B. Got to be careful with that pillar, though. Always behind the pillar, avoiding the flashbang. Such a strong position. And a common one. Nicely done. The inside of the pillar, the off angle as well. A less common position around the pillar, and it paid off for LG. No response from CLG. They haven't done a single pixel of damage just yet, and they've only got one player alive.
Let's see. Well, never mind. And about the AWPer thing, I think, I mean, it's generally not okay, obviously, if the guy who is the AWPer but doesn't have the AWP, someone else gets it, if that AWPer isn't good with rifles, obviously. But again, like the Mixwell situation, Mixwell's very good with rifles as well. koosta is a dab hand with rifles. He's very adept with the rifles, so it's not really a big loss in that sense necessarily. Depends on the job you want the AWP to do. So it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. Maybe why don't you ask Janko when we get to the desk?
Maybe we will do that.
Maybe we will, but we'll likely forget. So maybe we won't.
Maybe we won't.
Just a formality, cleaning up the players of CLG here for Luminosity all over the place here. And that's one of the reasons why being all over the place is a problem. Isolate a couple of players. Now the CTs get easier engagements. They steal away 2 AKs before you know it. Will they steal away the round? I think it's very unlikely, but if they actually manage to get to B, if they just gamble on B, there might be a chance here. But they have no Kevlar. They have a Molotov though. That's nice.
Do they know the Bardolph Molotov? Do they know it?
How can they not?
I know, so it would be outrageous for them not to. Well, the Haze is coming in late, and he is the Molotov man. He's heading towards the window. Oh, but he's forced away from Molotov. I think he was going to throw it towards the boxes where SHOOWTiME is, actually. Which is more than reasonable. The Bardolph Molotov's the default position. So if anybody's under the window... Oh, it's not even deep enough to Molotov SHOOWTiME.
It's failed. It's a grand failure. Oh no, it's just going wrong, isn't it? It's all going wrong. It wasn't meant to be, James. Some things are not meant to be. And this round for CLG is one of those things.
So at least if it was Bardolph Molotov, it would deliver. You know you're gonna, no one's there. You know nobody's there.
Yeah. You know, it's a nice Molotov. The box's position is an important one. The boxes on the bomb site on default, just next to the default plant.
Yeah. It stops, it's where the bomb's planted as well. It stops that plant right against the box. I mean, you can just move back a bit and plant it more against the pillar, but then you are exposed to the door position. So that's the whole point. That's the whole point of it. Completely stops the default plant and stops the double stack plant from being a safe plant. Again, you've got that position being held towards the pillar. Any of you players who play going towards B at the beginning of a round, you should always be around that pillar because it will make it very hard to flash you and nade you.
Speaking of nades, we've got some Luminosity nades over the double doors. Just looking to apply some pressure, make sure there's no CTs lingering. No one's lingering. It's a 2-3 setup here for CLG. Will LG decide to go A or B with this? Again, they are in a situation where the 2-3, you want to go for the B split, as rotation is far away for the CTs, making their retake attempt less favorable. But we'll have to see how it actually goes here, because CLG, they've got Cutler on the AWP towards that A bomb site. If there's no smokes or flashes for him, I feel like Luminosity are going to have a very bad time.
Right, then what are you going to commit to, Luminosity? You've got 30 seconds. It seems SHOOWTiME may be offering a fake towards B. Oh, he's going to get the pick, in fact. And now you have to wonder if the bomb's got time to rotate. I don't think it does, but down goes koosta and Ethan in various places. Down goes Subroza. Down goes everyone, Dan. Everyone's dead, apart from Cutler, who's slowly walking towards A in a 1 versus 4. And that's not going to go his way. But then how could he know which way? I don't know if the bomb was visible in either direction, so maybe he thought it was B. But either way, the AWP's been lost. Everything's been lost. It's all been lost.
Yeah, I think we have a tactical here, which must be from the likes of CLG, because they're losing grip of this one. They are losing grip of this match. They put on too much hand moisturizer, James. Can't grip onto anything. It's
Interesting analogy.
It's 12-11. And Luminosity...
Of all the analogies out there, hand moisturizer and losing grip.
Why are you making it a thing?
Because you did it then.
You're a pervert, James.
I'm not. I didn't bring any hand moisturizer into this conversation.
Well, it's the normal thing. Hand moisturizer is you got to moisturize your hands this winter, James.
I don't moisturize my hands. I don't think I've ever in my entire life moisturized my hands.
I definitely have in spots.
I bet you have, mate.
Well, have you never been in cold environments in your life?
Where I required hand moisturizer? No.
Do you moisturize your lips when they get dry and cracked, James?
No.
You just don't use it in any case. Or
if
anything.
my hands are cold, I put gloves on.
Dude, you get facials. What are you talking about?
I'm going scuba diving tomorrow. That's going to be cold. I'm not going to put hand moisturizer on, though. In fact, I'm going to have gloves. I have gloves for scuba diving as well.
The double standards here from the man that gets facials. Oh, we can't use moisturizer.
Hand moisturizer. Yeah. Hands moisturizer. I didn't even know there was just like hand moisturizer as opposed to like general moisturizer. What's the added benefit for hands with the specific hand moisturizer? Mate.
This is taking a weird turn.
I haven't moisturized in ages, actually. I forgot.
It's taking a very weird turn.
CLG on the eco. They have an HE grenade and a flashbang onto Ethan. And that's about it. Subroza has bought 5-7 and Kevlar, actually, that is worth mentioning, especially after Mixwell's performance with the 5-7 on the pistol round earlier today on Train. That was quite something.
And the funny thing as well is that CLG are almost making plays on their eco as if they expect Luminosity to run the optimal anti-eco plays that they never run. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. Because you've got a pop flash setup, they're designed to deal with long takes, which is the most common way for the Ts to play around like this. Even though CLG never seemed to really do it when I watched them. Maybe I just have missed it recently, but otherwise, from that setup is very high value from CLG, I have to say. It's a really high value setup. Unfortunately for them, they're not going to get anything out of it really on long in this round, but maybe they can get something out of the 5-7. That's a good start. Even a couple of kills is definitely worth for CLG here with the PT50s and the 5-7 and the flashbangs and so on that they invested in. But yeah, I like this round from CLG. Otherwise, it's a good eco round.
It's a disciplined round. But
Luminosity will be winning it. That is for sure. 4 players on the A-bomb site. Nothing much Ethan can really do in this spot. The frag that was had. Maybe the gun can be recoverable. Well, no, you'd have to kill a player to get there. So never mind. 12-12, and we're going to start to see now whether the tactical timeout that came in from CLG, what that amounts to. Will it amount to aggression, or is it just one of those, let's get on the same page, let's get everyone focused, let's do this, let's do this.
So now we've got Hazed and Cutler double AWPing. So is koosta just a bad AWPer on the CT side? Is that what this means? Because let's not forget, I mean, it's hard to forget. He was picked up as a replacement AWPer for JDM. But we've got hazed. Oh, so far, so good. I don't think I've ever seen hazed AWP that I can remember. But
yep.
again, koosta is a good rifler as well.
Oh,
and
nice.
hazed, he's delivering. He's got a second one. Ethan's coming in for support. PKL and Yell remain. It would be great for CLG if they could win this round without losing a single player. Hidden talent from the bearded talisman, well, captain at least, in-game leader of CLG. I just realized that second box up on the left is a good angle to just throw a HE towards somebody who's boosted on the other side. I must test this.
So this should not really be a losable situation for the CLG side. Really nice defensive AWP play from hazed so far in. Oh, that's a beautiful Molotov. Forces out Ethan, but he just picks up the kill. Even though the flames get him, doesn't matter. He made the man play, and he had the results that he desired. Maybe not. Well, maybe that's the second bit where he died, but the pick. And now Yell's here looking to get some action, looking to get some damage. Maybe a bomb plant. If he does get the kill onto Cutler, he probably gets the bomb plant. But Cutler is going to be taking a pretty deep angle. It's all about delay. Drop into CT. And definitely not going to be fun times. 13-12. hazed, man, he had a very good defense. You're going to see it here. There's one, but there's still way more to be had. As we can see him coming back in for a nice little snap. And that basically killed this push after Ethan came in. So...
yeah, nice stuff. Very nice stuff from hazed. And the two AWPs continue. He'll be holding down a short position, one would presume. Yell, unable to make a connection there. Ooh, we have the boost coming in as well. The flashbang, though, nicely done. LG, attention to detail. I do wonder if they had spotted Cutler there. I would assume that they had. I'm not sure if Cutler took a shot. No, he didn't. I mean, if he had taken a shot with that flash, I think there's a fair chance he would have got a kill, but such is life. Long take from Luminosity. How many players will they leave in this position? And look how meticulous they're being. Double peek pretty much coming in from the long area, just in case people pop out here from CLG. Going to make sure no one's close up to any shenanigans. But then what will they do? We saw, I think it was a 4-man push from CLG just straight up long. Once they expected the CTs to take shot. Will we see the same from LG?
Yeah, it's quite funny. We haven't seen a huge amount of long plays like this. Just walking up right now. Yell. Oh, that is great stuff there. Now, Luminosity have an opening. Moving forwards. No smoke on the cross. I like that. That's very brave. Brave stuff. Who needs the smoke? Let's just go in. There's the smoke after they've all crossed. After they've all crossed, smoke comes in. But the frags are coming in as well for Luminosity. Deflecting Ethan. Can Cutler do better? Nice nade from koosta. Whittling down the numbers of the defenders on the bomb site now. Well, he's got angles to play with. 2 versus 1. koosta in a very tough spot, but these players are low. If Yell peeks, he's probably going to die if koosta is on the right timing. But look at that plant. What is he going to do here? Very tough situation. Picks up the kill. But there's not much time. He has to commit. Oh, dear. Oh, he's going to get it now. Oh, man, that's so unfortunate. Destiny didn't realize that koosta had to do that play. He had to go for the full defuse there to win the round.
I don't understand why Destiny threw the Molotov like that. I mean, he overexposed himself. You just throw it at the pizza sign. You don't even have to be visible. You throw the Molotov at the pizza sign. It basically lands on the double there. But he threw it on the other side. He threw it on the inverse side. As almost as if he wanted to throw it quicker, but it would waste so much time.
Yeah, he wasted loads of time there
as well.
That was way too late.
Yeah, yeah. So that was, I think that was quite the error from Luminosity. Again, like he went for the riskier panic Molotov throw instead of the safer one off the pizza sign. But it is what it is. 14-12. It's a brutal time to do it, but Luminosity not short of money. We're gonna have 4 AWPs on the server.
4 AWPs. Yeah, Dust 2 is this is a classic Dust 2 thing. The double AWPs for both teams. Destiny moving in, fairly fast timing and pretty fun spot from Ethan. I don't think I've ever used that angle. I've tried to use all the tricky ones, but I've never really used this one, I've got to say.
It's the kind of angle you forget exists.
Yeah.
Until someone reminds you.
Because you can't really do anything from that with a rifle. You can just get information, which is sometimes enough from some positions, but we'll see that CLG are going to be just playing for, well, Cutler will be playing for the defensive AWP shots here, the classic Cobb position AWP style. You must use grenades and rush that guy down. You have to get rid of him if you're the teaser. And wow, what? How did SHOOWTiME get into the bomb sites? Gets the kill out of it as well. That's a little bit confusing. I wonder if this will cause a bit of a movement here from CLG, but they've already got the guy pushed long, so they have all the info.
10 seconds left. That bomb needs to get planted, and it won't be. What a bizarre round.
That was a really strange round.
Well, I'm not even sure what happened in that round. Just suddenly there's a T in B. Suddenly there's 10 seconds left. The bomb is on the floor. Well, it's match point CLG, and it's a bad time for Luminosity to run out of money. 2 of the 5 players on AKs, the rest on Tech 9s. They've got tons of utility, but what can they do with it on a map such as Dust 2? There's no fast play into B like there is on Overpass, for example. Not without its increased risk, perhaps.
So 1 round away are CLG now. It's been a pretty tumultuous game of Dust 2 so far between these two teams. It hasn't been all, straightforward at all. Luminosity had loads of chances to actually, I think, win this match or get to that kind of a position. But here we go, push into the Hail Mary. They've got 3 Tech 9s, couple AKs, and a Dream.
Right, then we've got Smokes in CT. We've got Smokes trying to force Cutler off the corner. And indeed, that will happen. He's going to be forced back to long, going to go for a long take with his teammate. And SHOOWTiME is holding angles there. Destiny falls down and kills his teammate. He kills his teammate. They can't afford that in this situation. Not now. SHOOWTiME forced to just hold his angle outside long for the time being. He'll come and kill Subroza going for the push. But it's a 2 versus 4. It's a 1 versus 4. It's a none versus 4. Oh dear, you're going to kill your teammate on a cat drop on the last round against match point, and then your team goes on to lose. That is not good, especially when you're playing another match immediately afterwards. How do you even have, you don't even have time to get over that.
Well, at least it's not Dust 2 again for them. Yeah,
it's like, who's that guy? Oh no.
Yeah, 16-12 then. A pretty decent scoreline, but I feel like, because in some cases that's 16-12 could be convincing, but this wasn't convincing at all to me. I really feel like Luminosity could have won this match. Obviously, both teams made a lot of mistakes. I think CLG had a bit more skill to bail them out of some of those mistakes for them, but at the same time, Luminosity made a bunch of mistakes as well. So it's interesting from that perspective.
Yeah, it was a heartbreaking map in some respects, because I mean there was a lot of potential for Luminosity to do better than they did. That's the first part. It was heartbreaking that they lost the way they did with that second last round and then the team kill as well, which is partly, I think he must have just seen the silhouette after being flashbanged, shoots the silhouette, turns out to be his teammate. Brutal stuff. Could have gone either way, but that's how it goes. So we're going to have map 2 coming up soon, but the teams will be on a short break. So for those of you who have been watching the James vs. Dan series, we have episode 3 coming up for you. Check it out.